Okay, this is 37th Street Radio and TV, and of course we are out here hooking you up with the best of the best interviews. And today we have a special guest. So, guest, I'll just let you introduce yourself.
My name is Mike. Thanks for having me here. My name is Mike Wainaina. I'm a TV producer, I'm a TV director, and apart from that, I'm a businessman.
So, when you say you are a TV producer and director, I just want you to go into the details of what you really do. What does it entail to be a TV producer and director?
So a TV director and a TV producer, first I'll start with the production side, which is the being a producer. Being a producer is whereby there are different shows like Fun TV, because that's where I work. The different shows that we always bring out there live. So like a producer, it's coming up with the planning of that show, coming up with the rundown, coming up with everything that entails for that production, briefing the crew and everyone else there. As a director, it's what the producer has just done, like coming up with the rundown and everything and executing that to be live on TV.
I want to know how your passion for media started. Is it something that started when you are young? Is it something that has started when you are an adult? How did it start?
My passion for media started when I was young, because I remember, because what happens, you start knowing what you need to do, what your future, what your passion is, what hobbies that you like by things that you do when you're still young. So when I was young, my dad used to have a small camera that I used to, like, that time I was in primary school, and I used to take that camera, start being creative, taking different shots here and there, and then I'll go take the pictures to him and ask him, what do you think about this? And then he was like, yeah, I like them. And then as I was moving on, with day-to-day life, when I joined high school, I joined the journalism clubs, and from there, I just knew like my passion is in media. And from high school, that's when I joined campus and started doing journalism and mass communication.
Yeah, so like after going to school and studying, which was your first opportunity to get? Was it still at NTV, or you got other opportunities? How was it?
Okay, well, when I finished campus, I used to like, and I still do like NTV, but that time there was this show which is still there, but now with a different host. That's The Trend with Larry Mado, but now it's being done by Amina Abdi. But when Larry was hosting the show, I used to love it so much to a point that I used to like seeing what they would do for the next Friday. I was looking forward for that. And I remember what I used to do when I finished campus. That was in 2014, 2015, January. I was at home just trying to figure it out. Where am I going to go for my internship? And I applied for NTV, but they didn't call me that time. But I got an opportunity to join a production house that was called Tafsiri. I'm not so sure whether it still exists. It was called Tafsiri Production. We used to do editing, but I'm so sure, I don't know whether you have ever seen, we used to do editing there was a show called Ajabu, which used to run at KTN. And after that, it went to Maisha Magic East. There was another show called Kanuni, and there was another show called Magigania, which used to run at Inoro. So we were doing such kind of productions. And then when I was still there, I used to still follow up on things that are happening at NTV, basically The Trend. And when Larry used to host a show on Friday, on Monday when I report to work, that's to Tafsiri, I used to compile everything after they upload them on social media, Facebook or YouTube. I used to take the clips, download them, and create a trailer for like previously on The Trend. So this one day, I did that for like 2 to 3 months, like each and every Friday. But after like 3 months, Larry noticed what I was doing and he DM'd me on Instagram. Yeah, he DM'd me on Instagram and said, "Hi, how you doing? I'm fine. My name is Larry." I was like, "Yeah, I know it's you because I've been following you and I like what you're doing." And I told him, "Yeah, I love the trend so much." And he was like, "Yeah, would you like to come and visit one day and see how production is being done, like behind the scene?" I was so happy and said, "Yeah, I would like to do that." So he connected me with the producers for the show, and I went there. That was around July 2015. I went there, watched the trend from behind the scenes, and it was so amazing. I couldn't wait when I would join the team. And then later on, I made connections there. I met the director there, and the director could see the passion that I have. The one who was directing the trend that day, he could see the passion that I had for the trend and the production in general. So one day he called me and asked me, "Hey, Mike, how are you doing? Would you like send me your CV and application letter for an internship at NTV?" I said, "Yeah." And then I sent, and then after sending, after some few days, the HR called me and I went for an interview. And after the interview, they called me now to report for internship.
You can talk about the shows that you produce so that guys can just know, or are you just an all-rounded producer? You produce every program.
Okay. For the good thing about NTV is that you can be all-rounded and you can produce any show because there's no limit. But you assigned a specific show that you had. At the moment, I'm heading the reggae show called MTV Jam Down. That's the show that I had. But I can also produce the trend. I can also produce crossover. I can also produce teen. If the producer for teen is not available, I can do that because I know the show, how it goes. And also for directing, the same. For directing, you can just direct any show. Just where if today your shift is on Saturdays we have teen, we have Jam Down, we have news, because also direct news. Yeah, so you can be all-rounded. But for being a producer, you just assign one show, but now you can produce other shows.
And then I also want us to talk about preparations of a show. Guys just turn on their TV and they see a show, but I just want you to talk about preparation. So like, what does it take to prepare for a show?
It takes a lot. Many people think that whenever they see a host, they see an anchor on air, it's just like camera on, lights on, and start. But it's not like that. Being a producer, I've learned a lot and I've seen a lot from other people and what they do. And from that, you're able to build yourself and see how production is done in another different way. Before you start a show, before a show goes live on air, you have to come up with a rundown first. Even before the rundown, you need to have an idea of what you want to do. So first, come up with an idea. Just know, like, there's this show that I want to do next month on 1st of June. How do I want to do it? Yeah. What's the idea? How do I want the anchors to look like? How do I want them to do the show? What's the setup, feel and look and feel? Things like that. Then once you come up with the idea, come up with a rundown and just write everything that you've thought about. Just come up with a rundown and have it written on paper or just somewhere. And then after that, go and discuss it with the team. The team now that is doing the production. That's the director, the camera crew, the sound technicians, the engineers, the hosts, the anchors, whoever is involved in that production. Once you come and you talk to them and brief them, this is the idea that you have, this is how I want the show to look like, start engaging them, get their other different ideas also. And once you get their different ideas, ask them, what do you feel? Is my idea okay? How can we twist it? Because you have to engage them. It's not all about you, it's about the entire production. Because if you make it all about you, most people don't make them feel like this is the production that we all want to do, because they're gonna execute it the right way and the way you want it to look like. So you engage them, ask them for new ideas. What do you think here and there? Let's do this and this and this. Yeah. And then after that, boom, the D-Day. The show comes, do the show, goes live on air. And then after that, do a post-production just to look at the things that you guys had talked pre what they achieved for the production, and then you talk about them. If there's gonna be another show, what else can we improve for the other show?
I want us to talk about live shows. Now you are doing a show and it is live and it is not those recorded shows. You know, sometimes when doing live shows, things don't go as you have planned. So I don't know if you have ever been in such a situation. How do you deal with that?
Many times. Many times we plan for shows and you expect them to go this way, but they don't go this way. You're expecting them to go south, they go north. You're expecting to go north, you go south. By that, for a live show, there's nothing much that you can do, but there's always one thing that you need to do. Always have a fallback plan. Yeah, because at times, let me give you an example. Like we're having a live show tonight, and you're planning today's maybe on Friday or maybe today's on Wednesday, and we have the trend, and we're having this guest who will come, and maybe Davido is coming with an international artist. Everyone is waiting for Davido to come and come there, perform a few songs, an interview, and yeah, people enjoy. But when Davido just comes, he's mic'd, he's briefed, this is how the interview will be, and then his mic just disappears, the mic just goes off. What are you going to do? You can start panicking, you can start going off air, oh, things have fallen apart. People at home will notice. But there's a way you'll have a fallback plan. And this is what I'll do as a director. I'll tell the host, who is Amina, Davido's mic has gone off. Please continue talking. You can give us a history about him. Tell us what he's been up to. If he has a new song, talk about his new song. Talk about anything to do with Davido. And by that, when she's doing that, on the other side, I'm talking to the sound technician. Hey guys, we need to replace that mic ASAP. Bring another mic. Let's mic him. And before Amina finish ad-libbing, Davido on the other side has another mic. And then Davido, as I was saying, this is what you do, and the interview continues. You see, people at home won't notice his mic went off. They won't know like there was a challenge in between because Amina did cover it up. And on the other side, the technical team were working behind the scene to make sure that challenge was cooked. So that's how it's done. Just have a fallback plan on anything, even the rundown. Just have a fallback plan, because you can plan, you can have the entire rundown, but maybe you expect this guest to come on this time, and then maybe there's traffic and everything comes like 30 minutes later. What are you going to do? You won't start the interview. No, you will start the interview definitely. But who are we going to start with? Yeah. So it's just everything is just a fallback plan.
And then now you see, we are coming from an era where we didn't have cameras. Technology has really grown all over the years. So I just want your views on if somebody like right now approaches you and they want to make a decision on whether maybe they want to pursue something in media, and they just ask you for your opinion on whether they should go to school. Should someone go to school, or if maybe they have a little investment, they can invest in a camera, a microphone. Can you advise them to just start doing it, or is it a must that they go to school and study it?
What I'll say, it's good to go to school. And if you have passion for media, because you see, like for me, I had passion for media, as I told you earlier on. And I started seeing the passion for media when I was still young. But you see, as day goes on, day-to-day life, there are things, new technology, things are coming up, new equipments, they're coming up and everything. But you need to learn how to use them. Yeah. So school is important as you're still continuing with school. Because you see, even now, I wouldn't say that where I am, I'm at the limit. I still need to know more things, because things each and every day, companies, they're launching new cameras, they're launching new mixers, everything that I'm using, live broadcasting units, everything, new things are coming. So I wouldn't say that I'll just sit there and I know everything, and then once new equipment is brought there, I just don't know how to use it. But most of the time, school is important. School is important. Just go to school, learn how to use these cameras. It's not a must that they have the best cameras, but whatever they have, just learn how to use them. Even me, when I was going to NTV, I didn't like, I had the basics of how to use a camera. I had the basics of how to use a live mixer, of a sound mixer, but I found other better equipment that they have than the ones I was using at school. So it took me a few, 2 weeks for training. This is how you use this, this is how you use this. And then after that, you adapt, you see. So school is important. And for someone who needs to start, you don't have to even to have a good camera. You don't even have, because if even now, most of my productions, I shoot using my phone. Yeah, I will ask I'm producing the Jam Down show. We always do weekly promos, whereby each and every week we shoot a promo, like to tell guys, this week on Jam Down, this is what we have. This week on Jam Down, this is what we have. This week on The Trend, this is what we have. So it's a weekly thing. So most of the time, you'll find that you're booking a camera person to do that job, but the camera person isn't available because they have another production to do. You can't wait for that production to end so that you can go and have your shoot done. Most of the time, I use my phone to shoot. I just get a mic them, use my phone to shoot. And the production will look like this guy used a camera, you see. Yeah, start with what you have, do different shoots. Tell someone, I did this, because you see, creativity, it's not all about the camera that you have. It's about what you have in here. Yeah, you can use the worst phone, the worst camera that you have, but someone can see the creativity behind that, even when you use the worst camera or the worst phone, maybe with the camera. And from that, you're able to know, and you're able to see someone who is creative and who has that passion for media.
Yeah, as we are finishing up, I want you to just talk about the lessons that maybe you have learned over time. And for guys who are starting out, you can just give them an advice.
For someone who's starting, start and make this as a passion, not something that you see like, hey, I would like to work for media because when I see anchors there, they have money, they're on TV. No, don't do it because of that. Do it because it's a passion. Because let me tell you, the amount of times that I haven't slept, there are so many. You'll find me that I'm working till late, especially when the breaking news. I go to work and then I'm just going to work. My shift starts from 2 p.m. all the way to around 10. But if we have a late night show, to around 12 midnight. But at times, breaking news, they do come. And then you find yourself even sleeping at work for 2 days. Oh, they just bring you food in the office, eat, and then continue working, sleep there for about 10 minutes, wake up, continue with the breaking news. You see, so this is all about passion. If you want to start with what you have. And once you have that passion in you, I'm telling you, it's gonna be easy for you.
Thank you so much, bro, for giving us your time. I'm very grateful. Thank you.
I also appreciate your time. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward for this and more.
Thank you.
All right.